Is it unfair for me to want an answer, the truth? Why I was scolded every single session since that one session when I was telling you about Hilda. It was asking about the abuse I was getting from her, and you were scolding me, you bringing this on yourself. You started doing that every single session, you were scolding me. And when I was asking you, do you want me to leave? You were saying, no, these were just squabble friends are having. It was after I had said that some of the stuff you're teaching doesn't sound right. And I cried because I felt like I was betraying you. And you said I can say anything I want, that you would never kick me out. But you kept scolding me every session. So if you wanted me to think positive, you were telling me I bring up an issue with you, that I'm not being negative and blanket, and you could have just said, my relationships are positive. I have relationship with partners that are treating me nice, that are sincere. That would have been done. Scolding somebody constantly, every paid session, for years, to this day. How long it's been since I was with Hilda? To this day, every single session, Janet, you were scolding me. And you were, while at the same time you were telling me how loyal you were to me, that lifetimes and lifetimes we were together, and how dedicated our commitment to each other is. Wasn't it fair? I want to know what the real reason is. You tell me, when I was thinking that the reason you were saying that to get me to leave, you're saying I'm assigning motivation. If that really wasn't the motive, and you were telling me it's not, because while you were saying that, you were saying the extreme polarity, how committed we are to each other, lifetimes and lifetimes we've been devoted to each other. Then why? The result of it is I'm still puzzled. It was the most painful time in my life, but that squatter was in my house. And Tanya lost her dog because the squatter called her a traitor because she wouldn't triangulate with the squatter. She stayed loyal to me. That's why Justine led Tanya's dog Frankie out to die, and it was so devastating to her. She had had that dog for 10 years. It meant so much to her. Yet you were not a traitor to the squatter. She won you over against me. She said in that note that I still have, that having talked to someone that knows more about you than I do, it's no use talking to you. I had paid for a session for Justine with you, and instead of you winning her over to the light, she had won you over to the darkness, and you had 2 more sessions with her, and you said you had these notes and screenshots and videos from her. And that's her method. She wins people against her targets by what she does. So I'm wanting to know what that method is. So all the people who've been affected by her, all the people who are in prison or are sued or who want the police support against them, using these methods, highly specialized dark psychology tricks that she uses to oppress people to get their house for her gang, for drug dealing and prostitution. So I want to know what these methods are, not as an accusation, not as an abuse, blame. It's not accusation, it's not blame, it's not attack. I want to find her method, find the truth, so I can free all the people who've been oppressed. She's probably doing it to somebody else, and I want to rescue them, because only someone who's had a year and a half gaslighting practice on them would understand. And so the fact that she's moved and started doing that after you were doing that method of yours. If it's not a method, then what is it? Why would you scold me over and over and over, repeatedly over years, on all these paid sessions, and then not tell me what the real motive of it? If it wasn't to make me leave, then what was it? Was it vindication? It was cruelty. So what was what she was doing is cruelty, but she was doing it in a way intentionally that the cops didn't recognize as a crime. So isn't it fair that I find out what it was you were doing, what it was she was doing, the method, why the two of you working, triangulating together? It's not an accusation, it's not a blame, it's not an attack. I just want to know the truth. I want to find out what the truth is. The truth to set us all free, to set free all the people who've been affected by it. Think of all the people she's done this to, and the person she's doing it. And if you don't care about me, think of Tanya. You do care about Tanya. Is not suffering because she lost a dog. She's in South Carolina in rehab. Would you not feel free that the sacrifice Tanya made to lose the dog because she was loyal to me, that she be set free, she be rewarded, and find the real reason that happened to her? The fact that you were collaborating, triangulating with the scammer. I understand she misled you, just like the cops are misled by her. So I want to understand that misunderstanding so it doesn't hurt any more people. Janet, do you understand that? I want to free more people from the darkness. I don't want to accuse, I don't want to blame. I don't want to complain about the darkness. I want to light a candle of truth. I don't want to be cruel, I want to be love and light that you taught us to be, to turn light workers, turn the dark into light. I'm doing what you taught me. That's your, I don't want to be plagiarizing you. Janet Richmond, you taught me to bring light to the world. So bring light and tell me the truth. What did she told you, and why were you doing that? Why were you scolding me every single session since that single one, but about Hilda? Because this is the result I said. I'm puzzled now. I want to know the truth. You are drawing this in, Janet. It's with you and myself. It's not just me. You are drawing me to you, asking you, why were you telling me I'm drawing you in, scolding me? I want to know. So it's me and you and I. You're saying we're doing this lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. I want to know your side of it. Why am I drawing you in, scolding me? You tell me. You have your side of the story that you're keeping from me. Do you understand?